Hello everyone and welcome to the Priest of War channel. This is Olahin, your host, and today we're going to be doing combat gameplay for the new game Ironwatch. It is a fairly new game. We already gave you a quick introduction in our previous video. You can always check that out. But today we want to show you the combat scenarios and the combat that is going on within the game. So let me show you really quickly. We are now level 10 characters. And as you can see here, Aaron is level 10 at the moment. Edward is level 10 as well. And Bryn is level 10. And so is Kira. So these are my current characters that I have. We're going to use them for our combat. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to be doing stage 1, level 9. And just to give you a quick overview of the combat UI entry, as you can see here, we have the enemy's party. And it gives us a quick idea of what we're going to be facing. Our current team power is 1880. And the power that is required for this is a little bit over 1800 and then almost 2200, and the final boss is 2400. So we're gonna need a lot of battle tokens to be able to equip our guys with some gear. Otherwise we're not gonna be able to make it. As we told you guys before, one of the cool things that you got to make sure you remember is to check the conditions of the stage. In this case, there is a condition on the stage, and if you missed it, pretty much randomly, one of the guys on the back is going to get sent to the front. So just to give you a quick overview of what's going on right now, this is the combat. This is how it starts. As you can see, it is a die roll game, RPG. So you're going to see me using 2 red energies to power up my archer. And that's going to give me the ability to, and I'm showing you the battle tokens right now because that's what we're trying to earn. Battle tokens allow you, after the combat, to equip your characters. So I'll show you that as well. But one of the main things we're trying to do at the moment is earn battle tokens, but at the same time, we're trying to not die. So we're going to use some of those energies and some of those special abilities on our guys to be able to defeat these guys. Because again, let me show you, we're facing a rock golem, and then you can see his ability right there. So obviously we want to make sure that we stop it from using the special ability as often as possible. Right now, the best way for me to do it using the characters that I have is either by stunning them or by silencing them. So the Dark Elf, as you can see, is another opponent that we're going to be using. Their basic attack is actually targets and does damage, and then its targeting arrow, the special ability that it has, randomly targets somebody and it does damage. So we want to be careful with that as well. And as you can see, the hit points, they don't have any special shields. So you can see that on their stats, the orc torture has the special ability where they can, after they do a special, their next basic attack does 50% more damage. And then their special ability is their burning, which makes our guys get fire damage. And then the last but not least is the Shadow Wraith, and their basic attack does a random target. And their special attack does 102 damage to a random hero and then blinds them. So blinding means that my basic attack is going to miss. So you want to hopefully avoid that as well. And yeah, Dark Elf right here, as you can see. The targeting and the blinding, I believe. No, the targeting and the burning you can remove by moving your character. So at the moment, again, just to recap, let's go ahead and show you guys what we're doing. We are going to roll our dice. As you saw, we rolled the dice. We selected the die. We rolled them. We don't want to use 3 at the moment. You know what? Let's go ahead and use it, because that's what that's going to do is going to stun the golem. And if we can stun the golem, then that means that they won't attack. So, but you know what? Let's just, I'd rather silence the orc so that they can't use their special attack next turn instead. So as you can see, the level condition is that randomly one of the characters in the back is going to get moved to the front. So that means any of the characters. So it could be one of my characters, or it could be one of the NPCs. In this case, the NPC was moved to the front, as you saw, which allowed then Edward to come in and smack him in the head. And yeah, this is how it's going right now. It's pretty good so far. Round 3. Just to give you an overview as well of the UI within the combat, we do have you can pause the game. You have our battle tokens, as I mentioned before. We're trying to collect those. So it's a balance between using your special ability and making sure that that you have enough battle tokens left over to equip some armor. At the moment as well, you can see the heroes and the enemies initiative. So initiative, obviously, is important. If we can do our damage, or if we can do our stuns, or if we can do our bleeding, our blinding first, then that means that when the enemy goes, they are not going to be able to do it. So very important to try to have a balance between plus damage and speed initiative. So at the moment, everything looks like we're doing good. That golem special ability, as you saw, is when they hit, they kind of swap us around, which could be problematic. Let's say if you had a hero that was about to die, and then he got moved to the front, or it got moved to a place where either 1 or 2 characters were going to do damage to it. It could be problematic. In this case right now, we took one out already, and now we're working on destroying the others as well. As you saw there, that was a bug, I think, where there is not a character to be moved, but the game still moved the Wraith as if the orc was still there. So it should skip that. Normally it should skip him and move another hero or an enemy that's on the back, instead of moving nobody. So, and again, these are things that we're gonna write a nice little email and make sure that we send it over to the developers so that they can kind of compile their list of little tweaks that they're going to do. And that's one of the things that I love about playing the game, is that we make notes and we send it over to the developers, and hopefully it helps them. Let's see here. As you can see, this is what the equipment looks like. So as you saw, we completed the battle. Now we have from our inventory. So all the items that I have in my inventory are pretty much narrowed down to these particular slots here. So I have the ability, if I didn't like any of the items that I got, to refresh for 5 battle tokens, but then that means that I'm losing 5 battle tokens that I could use to spend and equip, because as you can see, I have to spend battle tokens to equip the armor. So not only am I getting a random item, I'm also getting, depending on how many battle abilities I used, I'm limited. So at the moment, all I can do is look. I went and I looked. I saw that I had a nice item that I can equip on my mage, and then I saw another item that I could equip on my archer. So I equipped those two, and at the moment, that's all I could do before we have to move on to the next. So all those items, and unfortunately, I can only equip 2 at the moment. But show must go on. Let's go ahead and check it out. As you can see, now we are at 1974 team power versus the 1850. So now we have more power than the enemy, because we did, even though we just equipped 2 items, we actually were able to be better at that. And it's a chopper. As you can see here, we got a chopper, an orc chopper, which does a pretty substantial ability of eviscerate. They have a lot of hit points too. So let's see how we do. As you can see, the die are giving us 1 blue energy and 3 moving energy, 3 movement dies. So what I did is I selected the 3 movements, I re-rolled, then managed to get enough for the abilities of both my mage and my archer. We'll just let this play out. I'm not going to speed it up or anything. I'm just going to show you guys pretty much everything as it goes. As you can see, once again, it's all a chance, right? So in this case, I knew that I was going to need only 2. So what I did is I selected one of them, re-rolled, and now I'm trying to collect. Right now, my goal is to collect as many battle tokens as I can. So if I don't have to use a battle skill, I'm trying not to, because again, I'm trying to get as many battle tokens as possible. But at the same time, I have to try to destroy these things. So right now I'm gonna do some high IQ maneuvers here. I'm gonna stun that orc that is about to do their special ability. So what I did is, if you noticed, I gave Bryn all the fire energy, the red energy, and use the last movement dice to move down, and then that allows me to stun that orc, which, as you saw, wasn't able to use their special ability, which is amazing. Now, do I want to do the same thing with Edward? Because I can give 3 to Edward, move him down, have him do his ability, which makes it so that the guys can't use their melee. But nah, let's burn them. So now we're still fighting here. Perfect. I got some pretty good rolls. I'm gonna use 2 red energies, and we're gonna do some extra damage over here to this orc. Boom. So we're down 4-2. When it comes to this, now what I do is I have 10 battle tokens. I don't need to use any special abilities at the moment, because 4 against 2. So let's just try to earn as many tokens as we can. So, well, we took them all out. So unfortunately, I was hoping that it dragged 1 more. And here we are again, back to the equipment. So after the battle, They look at their bags, they see what they have, and then they equip the things that they can based on the amount of tokens that they have available. So we didn't get a terrible roll on this. But as I mentioned before, one of the things that could probably happen once we get to level 30 is that we can destroy a lot of the common and uncommon equipment so that I only have rare and legendary and maybe even epic items to choose from. So at the moment, I'm just trying to equip them as best as I can. I'm trying to make sure that I do have combat speed as well. So we are, after equipping them at 2082, we're going to start the next battle sequence. And as you see there, they're at 2285. So yeah, they have more power at the moment. So we're going to have to be smart about this when we play. We're going to have to use our elite skills. So we're fighting, we're playing. And yeah, let's go. Let's get to it, everybody. So again, doing the best I can to maximize the amount of battle tokens that we get. That's a new character right there that I didn't that we're seeing. So it's it looks like a plague lord. We're gonna use Edward's special ability so that way we can blind them. That means that they're not gonna be able to hit us with their melee damage, their basic attacks, which you're going to see right now is going to save us some hit points. So at the moment, since we have initiative, what I did is I made sure that we silence, we damage, and we do as much as we can to prevent the orcs from doing their special abilities, the evil guys from doing their things. Because again, we're trying to save 200 power deficiency. We're deficient 200 power, so we're gonna have to see that one. That ability right there is what is gonna help us right now. Because you see, it misses, and then when they hit again, they miss. So Edward is coming in clutch at the moment. And as you can see, I think we're going to be good right now. We're going to start taking these out. That torch orc is going to go down. And yeah, let's take them all out. There goes one. There goes two. And now we're 4 against 2. Let's collect some tokens. Let's try to get some tokens. So you guys got to be smart about this. When you're playing, make sure that you're maximizing the amount of tokens that you can get, so that way you can equip yourself and at least give yourself a chance the next round. So even though there's 2, they still have the damage, the potential to do damage to us. So as you can see there, I went from having only 7 tokens to now I'm going to have 19 tokens after this. Because we managed to not kill that last enemy, which is good. So now again, we have some tokens. Let's see how much we can do and what we can do to equip. We're going to make sure we give the elven bow to Kira. That was good. We're going to make sure we give a weapon or something. We need to give Edward something. Maybe some gloves, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we have left over, but there's a few things that are better. So as you can see there, the 610 power, 574. So the green means the enhancements that we've been able to get. So let's give it to Edward. And then we're out of battle tokens. So let's go. Next round. Let's see what we can do. These die rolls are not coming in clutch. So, and as you can see, we have those are the silver die that you get at the beginning of the game. But if you subscribe as a VIP player, then you get those special die that have, for example, the gold die. There's I think there's a gold one, there's a red one, there's a blue one, and then there is a prismatic one or something like that. And each of them gives you a guaranteed red, a guaranteed blue, and the other one is it gives you a special bonuses, like a golden one that kind of can be either blue or red. So pretty cool. So we're chugging along here. Round 4, we already took out we already took out a few, or actually one. We're about to take out another one just because we're trying to figure out the best way to prevent them from doing damage. So I think we're going to do the same thing with Bryn, where we bring Bryn down. Let's go. So that way we can stun that one, and then that way it can't do its attack. And then now that one's stunned, we can definitely use round 5 to take out these guys here. And that's how it's going to go right now. We're going to just make sure that we do the extra damage with our archer. Boom. And now we're going to try to, it's 4 against 1, so we're going to try to milk the, I only have 4 tokens, now I have 8. And it's not going to survive all the attacks. So I have 8 tokens, total of 18 tokens at the moment. So this is the last set of gear and this is one of the things that you have to pay attention to, because now this is the last chance, the last opportunity before the boss to equip yourself. So you're going to have to try to put as much as you can, make sure that you find the best one. If you have extra tokens, you shouldn't. You're going to have to try to use them all. And then, of course, now we are fighting the boss. 2,400 versus 22. So here we are. We are going to try to engage as much as we can. We have 360 initiative, which is great. And let's go ahead and try to see what we can do with this. We're going to obviously blind them so that their attacks don't hit us. Miss. All right, round 2. Let's go. I'm just getting movement dice, so definitely can't use those. So let's go ahead and try to re-roll those puppies. Oh, such a bad roll. I was hoping to get some red, but obviously, as you saw, and because we're not going to be using any of them, might as well, I don't know, let's just get some battle tokens, I guess. So I'm wounded at the moment. And because the blinding lasts 2 rounds, I was able to avoid damage twice. So that's really good. So now let's try to burn the top row. See if that helps us. Nice. So that move actually helped us a lot right now. Them swapping us, because now I don't have to spend a movement token to move our mage down to the place where I want them to get burnt. So now I can actually burn them. But we're going to stun. Boom. And then, of course, the golem, we're going to have to try to take him out as soon as possible. But as you can see right now, I got a good roll. So I have 3 red energy. We're going to use them, of course, to stun. Bam, stun that golem. Take that out. And then right now you're going to see, how if you don't pay attention to your mechanics, you're going to see how you can make mistakes. Like right now, I'm going to make a mistake by using a special ability that, because I didn't read it, yeah, see that? So the special ability right now allows me to damage the people in front of me. And of course, there's nobody in front of me, so I wasted the... And of course, because I guess I didn't learn my lesson, I went ahead and, took that one out. Bam. Hit that guy. See that? Looks good, right? Golem's left. Oh, yeah. Let's hit him really hard, I thought. So in doing so, I went, let's re-roll. I got excited about my rolls. Powered Edward up. Bam. It's like a mighty miss. So we went up to round 9. Obviously, at this point, 3 against 1. He had no chance. So victory was ours. And if you were wondering why I'm not getting the 3rd star, is because you have to complete each level before, I think, round 6. And if you do that, then you get the last one. If you don't, then obviously you only get 2 stars. I think if you lose half your crew, you get 1 star. I haven't done that yet. So let's go ahead and level up some items real quick. As you can see, we managed to get some items. We managed to get enough to level up a few of our items, and we never even saw half of these items. So that's how it goes. But just wanted to say thanks everyone for watching. As you saw, the battle, the combat, it is tactical. It is pretty interesting, to kind of figure out what the mechanics of each of your guys is. You got to be careful on what you're choosing, making sure you're making the smart moves. If you do, obviously, and then we have enough tokens to unlock Delphina, which is awesome. Congratulations, we unlocked her. So that was one of the rewards, is getting some of her shards. So as you saw, level 1, or actually stage 1, level 9 is complete. If you did end up sticking around and watching the whole thing, thank you so much. Make sure you give us a like on Facebook or here on this YouTube channel or anywhere you're watching this. Make sure you give us a like at the Priest of War. Actually, not the Priest of War. It's just at Priest of War. And on, we just appreciate you guys joining us. As you can see, some of the cool abilities is a very defensive character. So it's a shield mage. So it's a pretty defensive in all its abilities. Hopefully we'll test her out and see how we do with her. But At the moment now, we have 5 characters unlocked, ready to rock and roll. Thanks for watching. This has been a combat gameplay review for Ironwatch. Thanks again. Have a great night.